Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Buko. I am a manifestation teacher and I teach manifesting based on the law of assumption and law of belief. I have 18 years of experience at this point and I'm coaching people now for 5 years. If you're interested in learning more about manifesting, don't forget to follow before we dive into today's topic. Today's topic is all about how to deal with the 3D reality, with your physical reality when uncomfortable circumstances show up that might freak you out a bit. Also, I'm out in the nature, so sorry for any background noises. I cannot control that, same as the wind right now. But yeah, that's how it is in nature, right? I like the vibes here though. It has a very calming and soothing effect on me, and I hope that you guys have the same effect from this video. Alright. Now let's start. So first of all, I would like to explain to you real quick what the 3D reality is. The 3D reality, also called physical reality, is the reality that we experience around us on planet Earth. So when I'm standing here right now in the nature, you know, the trees that you can see here in the background, the sky, the grass here, and even me and this microphone, all of this here that you can perceive with your senses is part of the 3D reality. So the 3D reality is everything that we can see with our eyes, smell with our nose, taste with our mouth, touch with our hands or with our skin, you know, just all of that physical reality. It's all physical and it all looks so solid. And right now, actually, my phone is standing on a big rock. I'm going to show you a photo of it. And this rock, even though it looks so solid, it's actually not solid, because if we would put this rock under a big microscope, we'll be able to see that the atoms in this rock are just moving very quickly, so it's not solid. And on top of that, 99.9999999% of every atom is just plain nothing. It's nothing. So yes, this rock, when I touch it right now, I'm touching it. There's a little bit of grass on top, or moss. It feels solid to me. It looks solid to me, but it's actually not solid, okay? Now, as deliberate manifestors, we have to remind ourselves of this fact. And I say fact because it's quantum physics. This whole thing about the atoms that I just explained to you, that's quantum physics. So it's a fact, it's science. And when we manifest something that we desire, we might forget about these things because we fall asleep in the 3D. You know? We fall asleep and we feel like everything around us is so solid and so real. There's a spider next to my phone right now, by the way. A bit distracting, but I will ignore it and manifest that it will walk another way. So yeah, we need to remind ourselves that all of this, even though it looks so solid and so real, it's actually not real, but just a reflection of the content of our subconscious mind. And when I say subconscious mind, I talk about all the beliefs we have in our subconscious mind, our state of consciousness, our self-concept, and all of that. So sometimes when we manifest what we want, we might experience a bumpy bridge of incidents. Bridge of incidents means the unfolding of our manifestation, okay? Might be a bit bumpy sometimes, and that might freak us out. And then what I see is that people react to the 3D, to what they see, to what they perceive, because they forget that even though it looks solidly real, it's not real. It's just a shadow. It's just a reflection of your inner state of consciousness. And because of that, it is extremely important that we get more aware on our manifesting journey, and we remind ourselves over and over and over again that all of this here is just a reflection. And those reminders will then help us to stay calm, to stay relaxed, to stay collected and rooted in our inner I am. So you guys know I'm a big Neville Goddard fan, right? I talk about him a lot. Everything that I teach here is based on his teachings and Dr. Joseph Murphy's teachings. And Neville Goddard would do the I am meditation. He talked about this a lot. The I am meditation is when you just sit there, you close your eyes, you sit in silence, and you repeat I am, I am, I am all the time. That meditation is for exactly that purpose. Neville did this meditation to remind himself of who he really is, that he's God, and that everything around him is just a reflection of him. So my tip for you, if you're dealing with a stressful physical reality, if you're dealing with circumstances, please, every single morning, just sit down for 5 to 15 minutes and just say a prayer to your subconscious mind, or meditate a little bit on your inner I am. That is truly a solution to this issue that you're freaking out in the 3D, or that you're freaking out because you react to the 3D. Because that meditation in the morning, or that prayer that you say in the morning to remind yourself of who you really are, and that all of this is just a reflection and changeable, therefore, that reminder in the morning will help you to stay strong throughout the day when circumstances show up. And you don't need to meditate for an hour. I mean, you can if you want to. It won't hurt you, right? But you don't have to. Just doing this for 5 to 10 minutes each morning can change the game for you big time. Because now when circumstances show up during the day, you'll be like, oh, wait a second, just this morning, I have meditated on, my inner I am, or that I'm God, or that I'm the universe, and that everything around me is not real, that it's just, a reflection of my subconscious mind. And that reminder will save you then in that moment. Okay, so you meditate in the mornings, 6:30 a.m., 7 a.m., that's up to you. And then if something happens at 5:30 p.m., you'll be prepared for that. And the thing is, when we react to the 3D in a very crazy way, in a very extreme way, we're just going into this downward spiral, and we give more focus and more energy to what we don't want, therefore creating more of what we don't want, sorry. So just a short meditation in the morning, or a prayer that you say to your subconscious mind, aka infinite intelligence, aka the universe. Sorry, that was just a car passing by. That will already be so helpful for your manifesting journey. And you have to see, I am manifesting now deliberately for 18 years. Yes, in the beginning, I was not really good with it because we didn't have all of these sources back then, like YouTube and Instagram, and there were not so many coaches teaching this. I just had one book, and that one book was The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. So I was just working with this one book, and therefore I needed to test it all to find out how it really works, right? So I had I did many mistakes in the beginning because I didn't know what to do, and but you find out through testing, you learn through testing. And I can remember the days where I was really freaking out when circumstances happened. With every single tiny circumstance, I would freak out. And what really helped me was having this daily morning routine where I'm just reminding myself of who I am and of what the surrounding is. So I am God, God is within me, infinite intelligence is within me, and the surrounding is just a reflection of what I have within. I still do that till this day. And I'm a deliberate manifestor, as I said, for 18 years now. I still do that every single morning, even if it's just for 5 minutes. I will take my time. And even if I have a stressful day and I need to rush because I have an appointment maybe straight in the morning, then I will just say the prayer in my head while brushing my teeth. Okay? Even if it's just 2 to 3 minutes then. Yeah. So we need to remind ourselves constantly of who we are and of what the 3D is, and that will stabilize us emotionally, psychologically, but also physically, because we won't react so much anymore to stress, which also has influences on our physical health. And yeah, that's actually it. Or maybe one last thing that I can say that might be helpful for you. So what I often do is not only the I am meditation that Neville also does, but I love to say prayers to my subconscious. You know, prayer is like a communication between you and your subconscious. And you can give new instructions to your subconscious through prayer. You're hearing the church bells now, probably. So when I pray, I always start with, dear subconscious mind, dear infinite intelligence within my subconscious, and then I just start to talk as if I'm talking to a good friend. So I might say things like, thank you for reminding me this whole day that God is within me, that I'm protected and safe, and that if circumstances show up that I might not like, that it's not real, that it's malleable and changeable. So you just speak to your subconscious mind the same way you would speak to your best friend. And with prayers, I also want to say you shouldn't overthink it. Just say your prayer the way it feels good for you, because your communication with your subconscious mind is very unique and very special, and every prayer is unique and special, and every prayer can sound completely different. Alright guys, I hope the church bells were not too distracting. I like it actually. I think it fits very well with the vibes here in nature. Also, it started when I spoke about prayers. So that's also a symbolic manifestation actually. This was a synchronicity. I've talked about God and prayers, so the God within, and then the church bells started ringing. Alright guys. That's it for today. I really hope this video was helpful. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment about your morning routine that you're going to set up for yourself. And yeah, talk to you in the next video. Bye.